Sanibonani. Usishi futhi lo Ncwaba Mathendro bayikhulu. Ngihamba nogoba Majanga Samahle ombambo omageza ngobisi. Today I want to speak about messages that come through into the real world. We spoke about numbers before. We spoke about words that you see in a taxi. But sometimes messages come through in a form of an animal. In my old house, I used to get all kinds of animals. I remember I used to have a dove, a juba. It would knock with its beak on my door in the dining room. And when I open, as you know, the behavior of animals are afraid of us. When you open the door, the animal should run away. So look out for signs. This animal is not running away. It's just standing there, looking at you, and it's trying to say something. Or it's making these funny dove sounds. And you're like, oh, okay, you've been sent by someone. I don't know who, but I don't know what you're saying. Sometimes a dog would come. You don't know whose dog it is. Found a way into your house, and it stays there now for a couple of days. And then it leaves. Sometimes you would find that there's this one particular bird. You don't know what type of bird it is, but it's always coming to your veranda, and it just sits there. Sometimes you're walking in nature, and someone is herding cows. Bunch of cows, a lot of them going this way. But suddenly this one cow leaves the rest of the group and comes and stares at you and starts making cow noises. And you're looking at this and you're like, what in God's name is going on? You could be at the beach having a nice, relaxed day with your loved one, and a strange dog just comes and sits next to you. You push it away, you ask it to go away, you do everything, all kinds of things, but the dog just stands there. So, these animals are bringing messages, but you don't know what those messages are because you don't speak a language of animals. Normally, and I repeat, normally it's not always the case, people with Istunya, Umoya, the Holy Ghost, can understand nature. They will understand the clouds. They will understand the lightning. They will understand the wind, the way the wind is blowing. They will look at you and say, do you hear that? It's saying something. Others can hear birds. Others are attracted because it's bringing a message to them, but they don't know yet because they're not awake. They don't know what's happening. So, I normally say to people, thank the bird for the message that you don't understand, and go in Phahla. Go and speak to your ancestors. Go and speak to your spirit guides. Find out what they were trying to say, because they were trying to tell you something urgent. I'll make an example. Recently, one of my clients, an old man, when I told him about this and the importance of paying attention to your surroundings, he told me a story of the time when he was a drunkard, an alcoholic. One night, he left the tavern, poop drunk, very drunk. And as he's walking on the street, suddenly this dog came. He goes to the left, the dog blocks him. Goes to the right, the dog blocks him. So he decides to name the dog. I forgot the name, but he named the dog some funny name. And he decided, I'm not going to go this way. So he takes another direction. And the dog follows him everywhere. He went to several other spots that night, and the dog was by his side. So eventually he decides, I'm going home. Late at night, after 12, and this group of guys with knives came out of nowhere. They wanted to mug him, but we know South Africa. He could have been killed. The dog stood in front of him and started growling at them. Again, we know South Africa. Most people are scared of dogs, especially in the township. So the guys told him, you are very lucky this dog protected you. And they left. So usually it's an urgent message. This man was gonna die if it was not for this dog. If you want to know the end of the story, when he woke up, because the dog took him home, when he woke up in the morning, the dog was gone. He never saw the dog again. The dog has done his job. So there's usually a message. The bird is coming into the house to deliver a message, but you don't know what it is. Sometimes it's just a visitation. Oh, before I forget, another animal that visits people is a snake. It's usually a dark gray snake. It's just very harmless. But please, don't play around with snakes and say Lou said snakes are friendly. Some are dangerous. So be very, very careful. But there are snakes, and you will know, you will feel it, that no, this snake is not here to harm anyone. So pay attention. Always. Spirit world is always trying to talk to you in different ways. Thokozani bantu bakithi. Lesedi, Makhosi, Tamaku, Thobela. Ngiyabonga.